Welcome to the Art of Money Podcast with Art McPherson.
And this is the Art of Money Podcast with Art McPherson and Luke McCarty, artofmoneyradio.com for more information on the McPherson Financial Group or to schedule that initial complimentary consultation. We appreciate you listening. Now, let's get to the show.
Drink a watermelon moonshine, cut the burn with a little lime.
Welcome back to the Art of Money with Art McPherson, Luke McCarty, and Lainey Wilson. So what'd you say, she's ACM Female Artist of the Year now?
She is. And we just had a chance to talk with her not that long ago.
I mean, she's the new big thing for female artists in country.
Oh, for sure.
And also Yellowstone. Are you watching Yellowstone?
Yeah,
Yes.
but right now it's not on.
But I know if you're a big fan of it, waiting for season 5, which they announced is going to be the last season for Yellowstone.
I wonder if that's just a tease.
I don't know. I think there's so many spinoffs right now, and they can make so much money on the final season and then just go make money off spinoffs, maybe introduce new characters who are going to
Cheaper characters.
Yes. Without Kevin Costner, it's not Yellowstone.
Right. But I mean,
Right, it's done.
Kevin Costner, Beth, they are just so classic. And then Rip, I mean, come on now. We're talking legit stuff. And I get a chance to meet Rip later in this year.
Do you really? For what?
You didn't know this?
No.
I didn't know this.
I get a chance to go see Rip in June.
Will you get an autograph and put it in the radio studio?
No, I'm going to get you a mustard packet.
Are you going to steal something from the tour bus for me?
No.
From his trailer?
No.
Just think about it.
You know, I should have asked for the most weird thing from the trailer for you. I forgot to do that.
When you were with Gary LaVox. So the running
Yes.
joke is anytime Art McPherson has a one-on-one inside of a tour bus, I always say, grab something. Grab something from the bus that they'll never miss. A mustard packet, a plastic spoon, a napkin. Grab the toilet paper roll from inside the bathroom just to say you were there because they'll never notice. But you know, and I know that ketchup packet was from the Brothers Osborne tour bus. Why can't you do that for me, Art McPherson?
Do it, Art.
Oh, you just crack me up.
I do want you to hear this clip. So Lainey Wilson, other than being a country superstar, also on Yellowstone, she plays the character of Abby. It is coming back in June for the final season. But here she is. We had a chance to talk to Lainey Wilson, and she talked about the first day on the set of Yellowstone.
When I showed up, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what to expect from the cast and crew. I had met a few of them because I had went and played a private show for them. But when I showed up to actually be on the show, I was like, these folks might be like, who is this girl and what is she doing thinking she can come up on our turf, you know, like get in line with the rest of us. But the truth is they welcomed me with open arms.
She could read the phone book, and I'd be like, tell me more.
You'd like it. You'd listen.
Oh, I love her. So let's talk about that, experiences and expectations. So when somebody comes to the McPherson Financial Group for the first time, they take advantage of that initial consultation. They don't know what to expect. So let's walk through that process. Let's break it down, Luke McCarty. What does that initial consultation look like at the McPherson Financial Group?
Yeah, so I recently just had one. So this is a good example of clients who they actually gave me their information the night before. So they uploaded it to our system, our encrypted software, gave me some information the night before, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to dive into it that morning. But what I did find, you know, I found some things in their portfolios, you know, some things that were doing good, some things that weren't. And we had a discussion around those. And what came of that first meeting is, do you want to have a second meeting? Right. So the first meeting, we just introduced ourselves. I learned about their goals, learned when they want to retire, learned how much money they need, how much money they have, right, what their dividends are, things like that. And then the second meeting is where we come back with recommendations. So, you know, the first time we meet each other, it is very casual. It is we ask a bunch of questions. We talk about our process, you know, as a fiduciary, where your money may be held if you become a client, things like that. So, first appointment, even though you have some homework to do, even if you do it last minute, good job. If you don't, you know, I'll scan everything when you get here, right? So we can make it easier for you.
Have you ever had this situation, Luke, where you meet with somebody for the first time and you say, hey, look, you're doing great. There's not much that we can do for you right now. Call me back in 6-8 months. Or if you had the conversation more often that says, all right, we've got some work to do, and it almost turns into an uncomfortable conversation.
Kind of both. So usually there's work to do. I have had some meetings with people who, you know, the husband was the stock trader and he owned some stocks that we owned and he was buying and selling, and, you know, he just wanted to meet somebody in case something ever happened to him, right? Who would his wife contact? And he goes, you know, is there anything, you know, what would you guys do different? I said, well, with your risk profile, right, we would still own Apple. We would still own Tesla. You know, if you're confident doing it yourself, you've done a great job. Keep doing it. You know, so sometimes, you know, people find out when they come here, I'd say it's few and far between, that they're doing well on their own, but more often than not, it's, okay, you're taking too much risk, or you're getting close enough to retirement where you need to back off on some of these equities. You need different things in your portfolio. You need some alternatives. And so more often than not, it is the latter where, you do need some help. But, depending on you and how big your spreadsheets are, maybe you're doing it good on your own, but see if we can help you do it better.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the things that people don't always understand is if they're doing a good job, a lot of times we will let them know that. If they have great products, if they have great investments, we're not going to really want to change any of that. What we want to do is bring to the table, risk management or ways to help get the same kind of return, but yet minimize their risk factor substantially. And a lot of times, like what Luke said, there about out of every 100 people that walk in the door here, there's maybe 5 people out of 100 that can really successfully do it themselves. Mm-hmm. But there is a time that they're not going to want to, just like we have a lot of clients that have a lot of real estate and they're landlords, where they're collecting rents, doing that. But there comes a time where they just don't want to be a landlord anymore. So there's a time for things to shift. And like Luke was saying, a lot of times maybe that one person in the family is really doing a good job managing, but it's the other person that could care less. They don't want to spend 3 to 5 hours a day watching their investments, making trades, making transactions. They don't want to do that. They want to have a firm they can trust that's going to look at their best interest and really take care of them in retirement and make sure their spouse or their significant other is taken care of.
321-425-8550. This weekend, if you've saved at least $500,000 for your retirement, they spread across a 401k, a pension, an IRA, a savings account. That initial consultation, no cost, no obligation from the team at the McPherson Financial Group. Again, 321-425-8550, artofmoneyradio.com. All right, I want to flip it a little bit because let's say you talk to somebody who just needs a second opinion. How is that different from an initial conversation with someone who's just getting started in their retirement plans versus somebody who's in it but just needs some help because they feel like their needs aren't getting met by a financial advisor?
Well, I think they're two different conversations. So if they have a financial advisor, they've probably been through some of the preliminary discussions about when do they want to retire, what does it look like if they do retire, what kind of income needs do they have. Not all firms, though, are set up for income mode. There are usually a lot of firms in our area do a very good job on wealth accumulation or building in that growth phase. But when you get there to the income phase, that's where you can start running into some problems because not everybody has the types of products and really the software and the systems to really help with income planning. So that's one of the things we really focus on. And then one of our specialties now is really the tax planning angle. So not only can we help people make sure that their money is going to last a long time, we can make sure that they're doing really tax efficient distributions. So not only are they taking the necessary income, but now we're going to try to make that income tax free.
Thanks for listening. Want more from Art McPherson of McPherson Financial Group? Find us online at artofmoneyradio.com. We are an independent financial services firm helping individuals create retirement strategies using a variety of financial and insurance products to custom suit their needs and objectives. Securities offered through World Equity Group, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Investment advisory services offered through ProStatus Group, LLC. McPherson Financial Group and ProStatus Group, LLC are separate entities and are not owned or controlled by World Equity Group, Inc. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. Investment financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. Art McPherson is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Please consult with your attorney, accountant, and or tax advisor for advice concerning your particular circumstances. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Arthur McPherson. Florida Insurance License number A174725.
Today's show has been a work of art.